All right. Hello, 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 everyone.
Hi.
Oh.
What up? What up?
Welcome back to Team Anomaly Class B of Hillard University. Uh,
Okay.
pretty sure we all know why we're here. So I'll save the recap. So for those of you who are just joining us, our lovely intrepid heroes, after a lots of careful decision making and careful prep time and cautious leaning into situations there where they don't know what's going on, have decided to go to an essentially an old model of Hillard from 400 years ago and investigate this strange and mysterious Class 12-117, upon which they found themselves in a classroom and met a young student by the name of Serenity that introduced themselves and pretty much the entire class of 12-117 as the amalgamation, which appears to be an entire classroom slash an entire year's worth, semester's worth, however have it, of class projects and monsters and mayhem, all converged into one large hive mind under the control of one individual, though who that individual is, the amalgamation can't quite seem to remember and doesn't really seem to be interested in finding out, and instead seems interested in amalgamating our party. Our party, after a few brief discussions and an illusion of Securus Hillard, suddenly engaged in combat with this student in the advanced illusion wing of Old Hillard University, to which they discovered that not only was Securus Hillard an illusion, but that they were also illusions. That instead of teleporting them into the courtyard as their newer or older, if you will, teleportation invitations had them, this one seems to have teleported all of them individually into a separate classroom, and a grand illusion was put up by this strange student by the name of Serenity that tricked them into thinking it was a 4v1, but in reality it was more of a 1v1, v1, 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 v1. And it is here that we pick up right on the cusp of combat. I believe when we just ended the stream, the captive student had cast some sort of acid pool beneath the feet of our heroes, which would make it, at this very moment, Chawi's turn. Chawi, you are face to face with this sort of strange student.
Oh. I haven't seen anyone else actually attack her except for
You
Apollo,
saw
whose arrow
Apollo
just
shoot her in the
apparently.
head, just went straight through her, and then Apollo melted into flesh, and so did the rest of your party members.
Well, I mean, at this point, the worst she can do is melt me again. But instead of using an arrow, do I want to do this immediately?
I'm always terrified when it's your turn. I just want you to know that, like, as a person.
Good, because we're
Talking about-
always terrified. We come to roll 20.
Talking about, I'm a just what? Start sweating.
I am going to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew at her.
What the fuck is that? What does that do?
Info. It's the thing that I split in half and cast at the mice before.
Oh, all right. So do they have to roll anything?
Give me a sec. A dex saving throw.
Oh, they're great at these. They're so dexterous, you don't even know.
I don't know how do I cast this thing. Just click it.
Adds, therefore.
Awesome. Well, they rolled a whopping 5 to save against Tasha's caustic brew, so I think that failed.
Damn it.
That bitch.
No. So you're gonna take 4 damage, and what happens when they fail? They are covered in acid. Very cool. Very nifty. So yeah, you launch acid at this thing. You know, they try and spawn acid beneath your feet. You are an artificer. This kind of chemical stuff is your whole deal, and so you show them how it's done. You see they are covered in acid, and they start to scream. As you can see, they don't seem to be quite as physically put together as a regular flesh person should be. They seem to be melting a lot easier and a lot quicker.
Interesting.
Yes, they have definitely taken that damage, and as you sort of burn them with acid, what? Why are you hurting us? We asked you to help us. And Shauku, it is your turn.
Oh, crap. Oh, let's see. So, what is your name again? And what did you said you wanted our help?
Well, yes, I want your help. My name is Serenity.
And how exactly can we help you?
Well, you can become part of me.
Helping and joining you is two different things.
They kind of tilt their head. They don't seem to understand.
Do you plan to hurt me if I don't become a part of you?
Shauku, you are covered in acid. They very much plan on hurting you.
So do I see anything in the room that looks like it might mean anything? Any connection to this being? Anything that stands out?
Roll me a perception check.
On my map, I see bones on the table. Does that mean anything?
You definitely see bones on the table. With a 21 perception, Shauku, looking at your letter from Hillard that you attempted to use to try and get out of here, you instead see a blank piece of paper. With a 21 perception, you reckon that whatever room you were in, with the desks full of paper that you appeared to be in, your letter might have been swapped out with one of those papers that would have allowed you to escape.
What? Right from under our noses? Fucking hell.
All right. So when in doubt, Shauku's just ready to get dirty. So he he kneels down onto one knee, kind of he kneels down, and he instantly burns to a crisp. And when he emerges from the ashes, he's a maroon-colored ape with red highlights.
Well, shit.
And he runs up to her for a melee attack in ape form. And he gets a multi-attack with the 2 fists. I believe it's a +5 to hit.
Yep.
God damn.
Let's see. Oh, so that's a miss, right? 8 + 5.
That is in fact his miss. Wait. 13 to hit? That hits, actually.
Does that hit? Okay.
Yep, that hits. They seem to be a magic caster, and as you know from hanging out with Kyrene, magic casters are pretty easy to hit.
So that's a 1d6 plus 3
Yep,
damage.
absolute.
So that's
So it's
8.
8 damage.
And then he'll hit her again.
And that will also absolutely hit. Roll another d6.
That's number 5.
And as this maroon sort of red highlighted 8 starts slamming into the student, you can see their face bending, and they look at you with betrayal and hurt in their eyes. Well, not all of us want to amalgamate you. Only some of us want to amalgamate you. Some of us just want help. Stop hurting us. And at that, we're going to Apollo's turn.
They need to handle their friends then. I mean,
Do we
in there
see her getting
together.
hurt?
You guys are having your own individual 1v1.
Gotcha.
Apollo,
Shit.
you, my friend, there is an arrow hanging out of this woman's eye socket. She does not seem to have much in the way of health or well-being.
I don't know, but I get a really bad feeling that if I kill her here, something really bad is going to happen to Apollo. I don't know how, I don't know where, but Apollo is going to first move the hell out of the acid and jump on the desk that she was just on.
Cool. Also, Kyrian, I'm making copies of you so that people watching your stream can also see what's happening in the other room.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then, shoot. Was she saying this whole, we don't want to amalgamate, some of us don't want to amalgamate you to me as well? Or would that only...
When you shot her in the head, she was like, why are you hurting us?
Okay.
We just want to help, so that sort of thing.
The last time something asked Apollo for help, he squashed it with an owl. So...
The street going is what I'm hearing.
So... what is...
I mean...
He ain't wrong, though.
I the jury is still out on that one.
The jury is still out on that one. Let me see. Okay. So, I know we're level 4, but I have bludgeoning arrows. Would it be possible to non-lethally take the student out with one of these bludgeoning arrows?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use a bludgeoning arrow on her.
Alrighty.
Here we go. Heaven Piercer. Ooh, that's a nat 1, -3.
So
Yikes.
that is going to miss, unfortunately, as it just sort of impales the floor.
I see. This is the second nat 1.
Stop shooting at me. I'm asking you for your help.
Well, I would help you if you would I would deeply appreciate it if you didn't try to amalgam me and shoot acid at my feet. You know, fight
Just
fire
kind
with fire.
Scowls at you. Kyrie.
Hi, that's me. So looking at my sheet, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, right? Are these things on the table crying?
These appear to be screaming, or, well, they are mouthing as if they are screaming. These appear to be mandrakes.
Oh.
Wailing plants from... You would know, just from your nature.
Yeah.
That's so creepy.
Truly. Can I... So we heard those footsteps outside, right?
There do appear to be a very heavy series of footsteps making their way towards me.
Okay. I want to say to Serenity, we can't help you if you try to conform us. Or what the fuck ever. So how about we go and try to find that class roster, figure out who did this to you, and then come back with some answers?
They kind of took that. That sounds like a really great idea, but it's not our choice.
Whose choice?
No, but Kareen has like, yeah, but I mean, what do you? I don't understand. What do you mean?
They sort of tilt their head at you again. Some of us want to hurt you, some of us want help, some of us want to help you. There's someone, they're in charge. They have the one who wants to hurt. We don't know who it is.
Okay. Okay. Kyrene does not want to hurt the thing. Is this the door?
It is indeed.
Okay. What's my movement? 1 second. I think it's just 30. Okay, yeah. Kyrene is going to start making their way towards the door. And can I ready a spell? I don't want to cast it yet, but I want to ready Misty Step.
Alrighty. You ready a Misty Step?
Yeah. That's all I'll do for now.
Alright. Easy enough. And then in that case, it's going to be their turn. Let's see, what fun things can they do? Super fun, super cool thing.
Wow.
I would like everyone to roll me a wisdom saving throw. So firstly, the acid at your feet just disappears. As you see this swirling array of iridescent colors launch from their hand and upwards towards the ceiling in these mesmerizing patterns. Apollo and Chawi,
Yes.
you are a half elf, aren't you, Chawi?
Yes.
So you would make this roll with advantage because it is a charm effect.
Oh.
Unfortunately, you still, but that's okay. You take no damage. You are simply completely mesmerized by these patterns on the ceiling and are incapacitated and cannot move. Same to you, Apollo, my good friend.
Valid.
On your turn, Charlie, you are really, really interested in these patterns. Let's see if you can get another save. Nope. You're just chilling. These are some really cool patterns. Walk up to you. This one's gonna walk up to you, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get at least that. You seem friendly. And Shauku, you're already in melee. So yeah, that's that. Speaking of Shauku, it's your turn, buddy.
So he's still going ape shit. And
Yeah, no. Oh. Roll your 2 attacks.
So 18 plus 5.
That'll hit.
And then that one probably misses, right?
That one probably misses. You can roll a 1d6 at 3.
That's a 6.
6 more damage. They are not looking good. No killing us, please. No killing. Pretty please.
Well, no amalgamation. Can we agree to that?
We can, but not all of us can.
Can you?
We're not us.
Okay, well then you're gonna have to go.
Apollo. It's a really, really pretty pattern. It's like super pretty. So pretty that you don't really care that this thing is walking up to you with malice.
So, incapacitated means I can't take actions or reactions, right?
Yes.
That doesn't say anything about movement.
Your movement speed is 0 due to hypnotic
Oh, damn.
pattern.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn. All right.
Deeply sorry.
I tried.
That
It's okay.
was a good one.
You're very good. Yes, they're going to take you here, and they're just going to start dragging you towards the door, Apollo.
Oh. Well, that's not okay.
It's not good at all.
That's that. Kyrie, you have Misty Step ready. This person is getting into melee with you.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna Misty Step back to where I came from.
Easy enough. That's your bonus action, or that's your reaction, and so
Bonus action. Well, I mean, like, in this case, how would that?
yeah. So since you prepared, it's a
Prepared it.
reaction. So you
Okay,
have
cool.
your action, bonus action to do all the things you want to do.
Okay. I really can I roll something to see how to, I guess, get back to my team?
Yeah, roll me a. I'll say just either investigation or arcana.
Let's do Arcana.
Arcana. Best you can tell, this student, whoever they are, appears to have a pretty steady hold on these classrooms. Whatever thing is keeping you separated from your party members is probably directly caused by them, and so dealing with them might be one of the best ways.
Okay. It's a shame. Well then, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and just cast Firebolt.
Roll that attack. $11 is going to miss.
Damn it.
Just barely, as it sort of whizzes by and frays its other hair. I would also like to cash in on my Wild Magic Surge, so if you could roll me that using the fun little table.
Firebolt is a cantrip, right?
Yes, but they use their Tides of Chaos, which gives me a free fuck you to Wild Magic Surge.
Good luck, Kyrie. Good luck. Have fun.
Oh,
Kyrie,
sorry.
you
Wait, sorry. Is that the Wild Magic Surge because I used Tides of Chaos?
Yep.
Got you.
Exactly. So yeah, you have just a beard of feathers now. It just sort of sprouts onto your face, a big Santa beard made of feathers. We'll say owl feathers because that's topical.
Oh,
I don't get to roll a
oh
save.
my God.
Okay, but I get Tides of Chaos back, so I love it.
Hilarious.
Oh my God.
Kyrie kind of strokes their beard, and they're like, I think it actually works. What about you, Serenity?
No,
It kind
it
of works
doesn't.
on them.
Oh, this bitch hating.
He's like, no.
Speaking of Hayden, Serenity, it's Serenity's turn. So, Apollo, as you are continuously being dragged closer and closer towards this door, what is going through the young freshman's head?
Wow, what pretty lights. Also, this sucks. Where is the rest of everyone else? I wonder if my pet rock is doing okay.
Your pet rock.
Charlie, you are also being dragged. You're much closer towards the door, so you actually get out into the hallway.
Where the fuck is Charlie? Oh my God.
As you hear this Capuchin whisper, it's fine, won't be long now, it's almost here. As another resounding footstep goes from somewhere down this way, Charlie, far, far down the hall, further than your dark vision can go.
What's almost here?
Oh my God.
Us.
Oh God, I'm about to see a giant robot built out of like students stuff.
We'll find out on your turn. Charlie, how are you feeling? right now. It's going through Chowie's head.
Chowie is, I'm assuming, getting dragged by her edges by this creature. And so she's just kind of looking up at the ceiling and saying, I never should have stole that journal. God damn it. Oh my God. What does that sound? And the thing that I just said about, oh my God, is this a giant creation? Is this a Frankenstein creature? I'm internally hyperventilating, possibly externally.
Fair enough.
Fumble for my chain, for the chain around my neck, and I'm like, the spiraling queen told me to succeed or die. I hope I don't die this quick. Okay.
Shauku, outside of your door, you hear these loud footsteps growing, well, louder, and there's another softer voice. You can hear the voice of the captive student, or one of the voices of the captive students, as the sounds in combat in the rooms adjacent to you have gone silent. It is your turn.
You said everything I heard outside went silent?
The sounds of combat from rooms adjacent to you have gone silent. There are loud footsteps outside your door, as well as, I suppose, smaller voices coming from the northern corner of the hallway, but there's just you and this student.
Well, he's going to go ahead and try to finish this thing off, if possible.
Go ahead and roll it. That is going to hit. 15. Roll damage.
Nice.
Damn it.
Oh.
4 points of damage. You crush this student beneath your fist, and they sort of melt into a pile of sludge.
And he does like a Planet of the Apes chest bump, although he's still holding the shield with one hand, he's bumping his chest.
All right.
And
you hear to your left, Shauku, a sort of click from a lock.
he busts out, ready for whatever.
Right. Shauku, your dark vision extends pretty far. You see Chowie being essentially manhandled by one of these strange illusion clones and dragged out and spoken to very softly. And then towards yourself, down the hall, you see a hand grasp from around the corner and sort of pull itself forward, and then another hand, and then another, and then another.
Take it back.
Fuck.
Return
And
it
then
to the store.
Sound of
Oh shit.
dozens and dozens and dozens of skin clapping against tile as what is maybe one of the most disturbing things Shauku has seen, an amalgam of students of all creeds and all origins, some holding weapons, some holding wands, some just grasping out for anything, scuttles its way around the corner with a thunderous boom, and
Oh my god. This is
it
disgusting.
roars.
And that thing wanted us to join that? No,
Nah.
thanks.
Nah.
Absolutely.
We'll just take a pop here. Apollo. Really, really, really pretty colors. Kyrene.
Hi.
You hear a roar.
Fun. Kind of wondering if I can do anything with these mandrakes, because Kyrene knows that mandrakes were used back in the day to put people to sleep. Is there
Ooh.
any way I could finagle that and try to put this person to sleep?
Sorry, what were you trying to do?
I don't know. Like, okay, so mandrakes have been used to induce sleep in things or in people. So knowing that that's what this is on the decks, is there anything that I could? I don't
I will
know.
say
Like,
you can roll me a either nature check, a survival check, an arcana check, animal handling, or just yeah, as you if you want to just wield a drink
Oh.
at this person.
ugh.
Yeah, we used up all our luck the last 2 weeks. I don't know what's happening. All those nat
Kareem
20s we were
doesn't even.
rolling.
Yeah, that was a dub. Like, Kareem doesn't even remember the information I just spouted about mandrakes. They
Oh, you completely forget there's a roar and it's very, very distracting. So no.
Yeah.
Would you like to do anything with your
Two
action? So that's a
nat
bonus
ones.
action to try and beat that break.
For sure. I'll cast Wither and Bloom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wither
and
Bloom,
I'm
that's a
gonna.
Constitution save. Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna, cast it right on them.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a fail. So what damage did they take?
2d6 necrotic damage, so 4.
You see a few of the potted plants in the corner here, wither as well.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'll take you all out later.
On initiative 20, or would you like to move anywhere?
Yeah, I'm gonna just move back a little bit more, and that's all.
Easy. On initiative 20, Shauku. Actually, Shauku, you don't see anything. It's on the edge of your dark vision. But Shauku, you see this thing almost struggling against itself to move closer towards you. A few legs and arms seem to be pushing against itself to try and not get closer towards you, while others seem to be just dragging itself closer and closer and closer. And it spends the entire turn
Nauseated.
dashing 10 feet. Chawi, you're beginning to see a few like weapons and like arms and limbs on the edge of your dark vision. You're not quite sure what it is. The student. Apollo, you are dragged out as well. Into a very long hallway. You can see Chawi as Serenity is like, it's all right. You're going to be all right. It's going to be okay.
50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105. Oh, yeah, I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that whole thing.
Oh, yeah. No, then you absolutely
vision.
forgot you had the extended dark vision. But yes, you
Yeah.
absolutely, Apollo, see this horrible culmination of students and monsters and scholars.
What the hell is that?
It's going to be all right.
I don't believe you. I don't believe that it's going to be alright. Can I call for help?
You absolutely can, Apollo.
Help! Help! SOS! Help! Help me.
You also see
Wait,
a giant like red ape as well.
hold on. Let me help me. Help me, please. Help me. Anyone, please help me.
Yeah.
Oh, does
Charlie,
Chawi
you
hear
are-
this?
You absolutely do, Chawi, and you are dragged a few feet closer towards this
Shall we
culmination.
speak?
You absolutely can speak, yeah.
Help! Is that you, Apollo? Oh God! Is anybody else out here?
Shauku, you hear both of them.
I got you.
Just give us a good smack.
Kyrie,
Hey,
how you doing? How many hit points do you have?
a lot, 1,000,000. 29.
Cool. Nothing happens. They try and cast a spell on you. You recognize it to be roll an Arcana check, actually.
Oh, but you were gonna give me that for free.
I was gonna give you it for free. 11. It was gonna be a sleep spell.
Oh, that's
But,
not that's not
yeah.
playing fairly.
Not at all. No. Upon hearing the roar, though, the student kind of quirks their head towards the side and grins. Too late now. And they're going to run and scamper away. This way.
Oh my gosh. Terrifying.
We're not taking any more damage from the acid, right?
You are not taking the acid faded once they did the whole
Okay.
hypnotic pattern.
Speaking of which, wouldn't Chawi's be taking damage from the acid as well? Because
Yes,
Oh
every
yeah, at the start of
round.
its
it's a round
turn.
by round.
That's right.
So please roll me. It's been 2 rounds since. So roll me 4d4.
R4//R space shit. Like, I don't remember
/R
what.
space 4d4.
There's also a little thing in the corner that you can. click
Oh,
on.
that's right. That's right.
Oh shit.
R space 4d4.
Oh my goodness, so scary. Where's the blunt?
They are sizzling. They
Ow.
are popping. They are
Chawi.
burning.
Chawi,
You
no.
serious?
Chawi,
You
no.
serious?
You rolled the 3-eyed snake. I'm so very sorry.
Damn.
Wow.
Shauku.
Wow.
You see your party members being dragged out. It is your turn, and you see that thing scuttling its way closer towards you, inch by inch.
Okay, where was Apollo just dragged to?
Apollo is up this way.
Way up there. Okay.
Yeah. So you see Chawi being held by someone, and you hear Apollo calling for help up towards the north.
SOS, please. I'll pay you. Help me.
Oh my god, he really is just a rich boy.
So I'm just gonna make my way up towards them, and
All right.
let's see.
You can
I think
get
I have 30.
here or yep. Yeah, you can get like anywhere this way. Chawa, you see a bright red ape barreling its way towards you.
Does it only have 2 arms and 2 legs?
Yes, it does.
I will take my chances with the ape. I will take my chances
That'll hit.
with the ape.
And you slam your fist into Serenity.
15.
Chawi,
15 hit.
Yes.
you see the sort of swirling patterns on the ceiling fade as this fist slams into Serenity, and you are no longer incapacitated, and you are no longer mesmerized.
Oh God.
So yes, the 12 will hit? Yes, 12 will hit.
Another 7.
And with a second fist, you melt the second one into slab.
Alright, let's get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah. Chawi, as you are fading, you hear the sound of fading illusions coming from your room. And Apollo,
Help.
I'm so very deeply sorry. They're
God.
really, really pretty colors. You can still call for help though, as you see an 8 free Chawi. It appears your party members are turning the tide a little bit.
Oh. Lady, look. This doesn't look good for you. Once my friends get here, it's all over.
Roll an intimidation or persuasion.
I don't know if Volo is good with either of these, but
You're gonna do great. I believe in you. I believe
While
in you.
mesmerized.
14.
Believe you, Apollo. Come on, Apollo.
14. Not easy to beat. Not terribly easy to beat. They kind of look at you, squint. And they are going to move back. Well, on their turn. They let go of your arms, Apollo, and seem to have stopped dragging you. Kyrene, what's up, girl?
What's good? Kyrene is gonna run towards the door, but I only have 30 feet.
You
Is
can
the
take
door
a dash action if you want to move 30 more.
Yes, I'll do exactly that.
Awesome. So that's your action. Want to do your bonus action, anything?
Let's see. Let me see real quick. Hold on. Actually, bum 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 bum. Nah, I won't. Nah,
Fine.
yeah, I'm good.
2 more slams as this thing gets 10 feet closer. Next up, we got these people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you useful at all? Can you? Ooh, okay. Yeah, that'll do. What is the range on this?
Hey, Apple. Oh,
Hey, Charlie.
the map in Roll20, I can't see what's in the stream. But I'm assuming I can see the whole hallway and like everybody. See your arrow, but
you can see the monster, and you can hear noises of combat coming from up the north, but it's completely dark, so you're dark. But Chawi's dark, which you can only guide her so far.
60 feet? Holy shit.
Yep.
Okay.
What's the AC of an 8, Shauku? Shauku?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 12 base, but he's actually still wearing Shauku's armor and holding a shield, so it's still 16.
Alrighty. Both of the surviving Serenities are going to blast these icy skeletal hands at you from way, way downtown. Actually, nope, they won't, because they literally can't see you. I lied. I'm a liar. I'm sorry. Apollo, what's your AC?
17.
Cool. They're gonna hit you for a little bit of damage.
Just a little bit, right? Just wait. Oh, they're gonna
Only
hit me?
a little.
Oh, yeah, no, do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Go ahead. Go for it.
Apollo's into it, confirmed. You're gonna take 11 points of necrotic damage, Apollo.
Okay.
Shit.
As you realize, as the pain racks through your body, as the 2 skeletal hands sort of wrap around each of your wrists and sort of sear these scorch marks into your these freeze burns into your flesh. Those colors really aren't so pretty. They're really not that pretty.
Oh, is this something that they have to roll to hit Apollo's AC?
They do have to roll to hit, yeah.
Can I reaction Silvery Barbs?
You can.
Just
Cool.
just
I
the
do
one
that.
of them.
Nice.
Just the one.
Thank you.
That's going to be a whopping 7 to hit. So
Yeah, that'll miss.
yeah, that won't do it. So instead of 11, you're going to take 3, which makes me sad.
And I'm gonna give Apollo advantage.
Thank you. Oh.
You've been waiting on that one, haven't you?
I mean, I yes, but no. I appreciate it.
That is their turn. Charlie, a horrible thing is making its way towards you.
Charlie. Let me slide back over
What
to
are
roll
we-
20 because Charlie knows exactly what the hell she's doing. Charlie is going to use her movement and her dash to move her happy self 60 feet that way. Okay, so right at the edge. Thank you. You did move me, right?
Yep.
Thought I saw myself move. That's my movement and my bonus action. I still have an
You can always
action
dash as a
left.
bonus action because you're a rogue.
Well, in that case, But wait, Apollo is like right there, right?
Apollo is right there, so you have your action left to do whatever you like.
I look at Apollo and I reach out and touch his arm. Apollo, is that really you?
Yes, in the flesh.
Shit. Okay.
Your fingers make contact with the physical form of Apollo, and it doesn't fade away like the illusion.
Please note, Apollo doesn't cringe away from this, because he did see her get dragged out of the classroom too.
Mm-hmm.
None of my actions let me bring Apollo with me, do they?
You can grapple him, and then just drag him in.
Yes.
Is that
The
a strength
shortest-
check?
The shortest member of the
Apollo
party.
can choose to fail. Just, you know,
Okay, so I am going to grapple Apollo.
and you
And-
get half movement, so you could move 3 more squares.
Okay, you know what? That's 3 further squares away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and Apollo's coming with me. Yes.
Swell. Spectacular.
Awesome.
Where are we going, Charlie? Oh, hi, Kyrene. Didn't see you there.
Is it? Kyrene is like tilting their glasses like off of their eyes. Like, is that actually yo?
In the flesh.
Okay, because I can't deal with this shit anymore.
Shauku.
You tell me.
You saved Chawi, and without a word, she ditched you. It ran immediately away, so far away you can't even see her with your dark vision. It's crazy.
As much as he wants to drop form and light this thing up, he's not going to do that. He's going to dash and do 60 feet to get up towards the rest of the party. So that'll put
Easy
him,
enough.
yeah, somewhere right there.
Charlie looks around and is like, Apollo, Kyrene. Then turns and looks at the ape. Shauku?
Question mark? Oh. What a formidable
Apollo.
ability that is. Okay, so
Quick question. I'm sorry, Apollo. The dash takes out your bonus action too.
The dash does not take out your bonus action, so if you want a bonus action, anything you can.
And then two of those illusion things are still by Kyrene, right?
Yep.
Can I bonus? Actually, shoot. Never mind. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Apollo.
That's all good. Yeah.
So I'm being grappled by Chawi, and I see that these two are in front of us, and I'm just Apollo, as smooth as ever, the one that dragged him out of the classroom. He's gonna fire an arrow with advantage.
All right.
At them. 18 plus 2. 18 plus 2. So yeah, that is 30, 20.
That will absolutely hit. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm assuming this isn't the blunt arrow.
Oh no, this is an arrow.
Cool.
Here we
All right,
are.
roll that damage.
12 plus 7.
and directly in the other eye.
And then, I don't know it. Well, it didn't roll the hex damage, but that would have been 4. But anyways, that's semantics. I'm gonna move my hex on to the next student.
Easy.
Okay. And then, I'm oh wait, I don't have my action, huh? I can't grapple Chaui and then drag her.
You cannot. No.
Okay. I was like, we're gonna
You're
take
not gonna
turns
leapfrog
dragging
your
each
way
other.
away from here.
Gonna take turns dragging each other. Yeah. All right. Well, that's my action. I think I. Yeah. That's what that. Yeah. I don't have action surge yet, so.
There's just one more serenity left. They kind of look around, each of you, and they're going to slowly put their hands up as you all fall out of initiative.
Oh, because I was ready.
Oh God.
All right,
Of
you
the
got
most
me.
stressful
I know when I'm
shit.
Oh, looks like the real one's here, and Apollo slowly knocking another arrow.
I really like not dying. Thank you.
Don't shoot her.
And why shouldn't I?
We all turn
She
and look
tried
at
to
Kyrie.
We tried to feed us to that thing back there. Do you see that thing back there? Look at the size of that thing.
That's still coming, by the way.
Kyrene can't see it. So they're kind of peering into the dark and they're like, what are you all? Okay. There may be something back there, but I mean, we're really gonna. Come on, they're giving up. We can fucking go. Let's go.
Irene,
I'll
you
tell you where your invitations are.
What is back there?
What is it?
I can tell you where your invitations are.
What did he say?
That can get you out of here.
Can we
just tell us where they are?
Can we insight her?
Roll an insight check.
Jesus Christ. Oh, well, hold on. That was with advantage. Freaking.
You all stick to left one. So 12.
Mm-hmm.
You can't detect any lies.
Oh, but Chaui might be able to.
Chaui, they appear to be telling the truth.
Chaui looks at the team and says, Apollo, do you still have your hand axe?
I have one, yes.
Do you mind holding it against Serenity's neck while she shows us where the invitations are? And then Chaui pulls out her dagger and places it like against the other side of Serenity.
Okay, that's a bit excessive.
No, I don't think it's excessive enough. And with that, Apollo is going to tie her up with rope as well.
Yeah.
Roll me a sleight of hand check, Apollo.
No semantics. No somatic. Oh my goodness. Somatic components here.
You.
Shauku stomps the floor and points at this thing coming up.
Wait, Chaui, help me with the rope tying, please.
How can I help you?
Yeah, Shauku, you
yes,
noticed that
I will help.
This thing is just sort of like quietly scuttling through the hall.
I will help. Will help.
Let's go.
Vibe check that thing?
No, let's go. There's no need to vibe check. It wants one thing. It wants us inside of it, and I do not consent. Let's be on our way.
Go.
Serenity, was it? Can you please show us the way?
Sure. It's in the room with all the notes.
Oh.
Right past that thing.
I see.
Okay, hold on a second. DM. So this may be incredibly far-fetched, but let me know if you're willing to work with me, okay?
I'm willing to work with you. Always.
If I spend all of my sorcery points to use vortex warp on all 4 of us, would you allow that?
I would say you could cast vortex warp 4 times, sure. If you spend all your sorcery points. Let me check.
Shauku, can you teleport us out of here?
Let me check what vortex warp does.
Not in this form. And I would have to see where I'm going.
You hear ape noises.
Oh, right.
Oh, fuck.
So it's not made to teleport multiple people, but if I could,
I will say if you want to spend all your sorcery points and roll me an Arcana check.
yeah,
And
I'm willing to do that.
I'll say it's DC 2 plus 2 for every person you're trying to teleport. So if you roll 16, you get everybody. 14, you can choose 3 people. 12, you can choose 2 people. 10, you can just take you.
All right.
Boy.
Can I get some help on this, y'all?
Oh yes, because I can't help you. I'm sorry. Shall we move back? Move back.
Whoa.
Kyrene like yells at them. I may have something to do. I'm just gonna fucking do it, and I'm gonna try.
Let's go, Kyrene!
Great move.
I wanna. No, I'm not gonna fucking move. We're gonna fucking teleport. We can teleport straight to this
Move
classroom.
with
Is
us.
that 90
Alrighty.
feet?
Yep, it is 90 feet.
So we all just.
Oh my god.
We get wrapped in like a cocoon of vines.
You end up 90 feet down the hall.
It's
You know, the
clutch.
classroom with the papers is here.
Go, go, go.
Run,
The
fucking
room.
go.
I need everyone to roll me an investigation check. As you're sort of sifting through these papers.
Shout out to Apple for letting me do that.
Oh my goodness, good job, Shauku.
Yes.
Oh my
my
goodness,
goodness.
let's go.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I hate Hillard University, and Neil's on vacation, so I can say that. I can let my feelings know.
Tell us how you really feel.
Y'all roll high, and you don't let me have fun as the DM, and I don't understand why you hate me. So Shauku and Kyrene, you instantly spot the paper. 4 invitations.
I snatch up 2. Pass one to Chawi. I look at Shauku like,
I do
you
the
know?
same.
Yeah.
Okay.
The invitations are in your hand.
We touch them and leave.
Yeah,
Right.
I look at everybody, meet y'all on the other side, and activate it.
Would I still have the rope on Serenity?
You
Are you
would
saying
use the
you're
rope.
dragging Serenity?
You did not bring Serenity with you. You got 4 people.
Damn it. Alright.
Okay.
Can I peek out the door before we teleport?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh!
Yo, can I still vibe check that thing though?
Oh god.
Why do you need to vibe check it? What
Because what's the y'all are not curious? What the fuck is going on?
it has all the vibes.
We can discuss it
has
later.
good vibes. Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I want to
This
fight
is
it.
the only time I can vibe check it.
I do
Wait,
want to
is
fight
the-
it. I'm not gonna lie, but
Do we still have the 400-year-old invitation?
You do.
We can come back later.
Okay, fine. Let's
With
go.
So I'm not gonna lie to you. That actually did scare me, real life. My heart
Oh,
kind of
no.
jumped
No,
into my
seriously.
chest. I felt
That's just
Oh,
scary.
no.
that. Yeah, no, Oh god. All right.
So
Yeah.
what happened in game, Apollo, was you tried to like open the door to peek out, and there was just a mound of hands and flesh and feet that tried to like instantly grab the door and like pull it away from you.
Close his door. All right, let's
Right.
go. And he just teleports. I'm out. I'm out.
I'm out.
we out.
Easy.
I'm out.
And with a swell of conjuration magical energy, a lot of you find your way back to Hillard University, the land of sunshine and rain. In your dorm, some of you battered, some of you broken, some of you scarred with acid, but as you look, you realize that there are no actual physical burns on you, and instead there seems to be sort of almost popped blood vessels in your nose and eyes, and whatever was happening there. Very bad vibes.
Jeez.
But here you in your dorms.
Howie literally just sits down on the ground and touches the goddamn grass.
Apollo also just kind of sits. That was an experience. I don't think any amount of extra credit would be worth doing that again.
Oh
Charlie
shit!
just
I checked
kinda
my
nods.
pockets for Bugsy.
You check your pockets for Bugsy. There is the soft and familiar warm fuzziness of a mouse with a little bow tie patch.
I give Bugsy a nice little smooch on top of his head because I love him and would die for him.
Who kind of examines his ape form and kind of nods in approval. It's like the first time he used it, so he likes it.
Shawi just can't even sit up anymore and just flops back into the grass and stares up at the blue sky with, a couple of clouds plopped here and there. The gorgeous, gorgeous sun, the prettiest sun she has ever seen in her life.
So yeah, you absolutely wouldn't be back at the dorm. You'd be at the central courtyard, the campus green for the university, just in the middle of campus.
So,
Can you turn the music down a smidge?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
so, what did you guys think of all that?
Charlie just still staring up at the sky says, "Does this place have a therapist?"
I'm sure there's a club dedicated to it.
Not just the club. This is an adventuring school. I would imagine that someone would be well versed in mental care. That was, and to quote my favorite rapper, fucked up.
Question is, what did it all mean? Like, what do we know now? Like, what the hell was that?
Oh shit! Kyrene still has beard. Still has the feather beard.
None of us even commented.
None of y'all
I
commented.
think there were bigger things to worry about in that exact moment than Kyrie's feather beard, so I'll say that makes sense in character. I'll make that ruling as a DM.
Oh yeah.
How we pops up all of a sudden. Where were we? When were we? Because those Serenities knew a little bit too much about the future. What the fuck was... We need to talk to Seymour.
I don't think talking to Seymour... Well, maybe. Perhaps talking to Seymour would be the best solution, but who else do you think knows more about Securus Hillard? Securus is the assistant headmaster, right?
Yes.
So then what happened to the headmaster?
Would Fern know?
Everyone roll me a history check.
I was gonna say, I thought he went on some mission to find something.
We rolling the exact same.
Good lord. Yeah, you would remember during orientation that Professor Hillard, you mentioned that Dean Evanthal was otherwise occupied and that he would be in charge of the first examination because of it.
We need to get more information on this ancient class.
Not just
We need the class roster.
We need to know why was I suppose the previous version of Hillard University abandoned, and why does this copy exist?
Seymour said it was a copy of a copy. Not even just one copy, but two.
Speaking of which, where's Seymour again?
He left him in the dorm.
Right.
We also have to
Might
find
have
out
been a bad idea.
Well, sometimes you left him in the dorm, and other times you took him with you.
Shit!
What?
As Seymour just kind of like appears in the courtyard, just like at Chawi's feet.
Everywhere and nowhere.
Thanks for helping us, Seymour.
Well, sometimes I helped you, and sometimes I didn't.
I think
Oh
a
my
little bit of
God.
help could have been helpful.
Well, I told you everything I knew. That was helpful. Besides, you're the one who expected help from a cat. Who's really to blame here?
All right.
Apollo
Valid.
smirks.
Fuck
Apollo
you,
smirks.
touche.
Not this.
Sally looks down at Seymour and says, "Want to ride on my shoulder?"
Seymour like you can see Seymour like doing like the cat like calibration thing where he's wiggling his tail and like getting ready to jump.
Oh, so cute.
He jumps up onto your shoulder.
Excellent. Chowie knows, it's a cat, so she's gotta on the outside pretend to be cool, but on the inside she's screaming, jumping up and down, and flapping her hands with joy.
We can visibly see flowers forming by Chowie from how happy she is.
You know how in the animes the characters' eyes turn into like those giant hearts,
giant sparkles and stuff.
that is entirely what Chowie is doing right now.
So, what is the next course of action? Should we let Professor Fern know?
Yeah. Oh,
Irene
shit. Fern already knows we left.
Yeah, they stand and kind of wipe the blood like from like the nose, ears, wherever the fuck like the blood is, and ruffles like the feather beard, and they're like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm spent. I'm very, very tired right now. We can go check in with Fern or maybe Caslin. I don't know.
Yeah, we did leave a note.
That's a good
we
idea.
Might let her know that we're still alive.
We should see if she got to Fern.
I would love a shower and out of game DM. I know that we can make like all kinds of stuff in our rooms. Would it be possible to say that we have like a rack of healing potions or something in our rooms?
I would say not yet, no.
Okay. So in that case, does a short rest give you your spell slots back?
If you're a warlock.
Does it
No. And I think Irene is also thinking how they dug into like their well of magic and exhausted that in order to get out of there and left with more questions than they left with answers. So they're just feeling a bit frustrated, kind of like I want to get out of these clothes. I'm fucking bloodied and beaten, and I'm a little annoyed at that.
Yeah. I kind of say we go to our rooms. Caslin another note. Clean up and get some food. I was tired, y'all.
That sounds like a great plan. I'm all for it.
I'm tired, dirty, scarred in more ways than one, but ultimately alive. Team Anomaly makes their way to recuperate. And we are also going to make our way to recuperate as we take a quick 10-minute break.
Nice.
Shauku's actually good, but
Shauku's yeah, sure. Yeah. Alright, cool. Well, alright. I'll see y'all soon.
I'm so stressed.
You did great. Good job surviving.
Oh my God, Apple.
We will see you all in about 10 minutes.
I was not. I was eating a Pocky stick that was ridiculously amount of chalky. Yeah. Also, hang on. I think I muted the audio. There you guys go.
And are we back?
We're back.
Lovely. Then I will say, I assume a lot of you are sending a note to your prefect, Caslin, let her know you're alive, that sort of thing, and then all taking just a long rest.
Oh, a long rest?
Or are you taking a short?
And I would rather take a long.
Can I like what is it, like nighttime, I guess?
Yeah, how long have we been gone?
Yeah.
You guys left at like mid-afternoon. You were there for honestly a few minutes, so it's like maybe like early evening.
Oh shit. Okay. And we're looking kind of like fucked up, right?
Yeah.
I think Kyrene will go back to the dorm and get cleaned up, and then tell the group out of character, I'm trying to decide if they're gonna go talk to Fern by themselves first or what.
Out of character, I was just saying in chat that you might need to turn up your charm when you talk to Fern and explain what the fuck happened, because you are totally the one doing this.
Oh, now it's me. But
You've got this.
we made that decision together.
I have no idea what you were talking about. I was dragged along against my will. No.
Wow. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that's what I feel like Kyrene would do. Like they would kind of like leave the group back at the dorm and try to go talk to Fern by themselves.
Okay. Easy enough to
do
find your way.
So, are we doing a long rest?
Are y'all long resting? Just going to bed?
I think Kyrene,
a long day?
Kyrene is like sneaking out type of deal. Well, you know.
I was about to say, I think
resting.
Kyrene is doing a short rest, basically, and the rest of us are doing a long.
During my long rest, would it be remiss to go and restock my arrows?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Yeah, gotta go stock those.
How do you do a long rest on Roll20?
You do it manually. So just reset your amount of available spell slots and your health, but I think that's all you spend.
Okay, yep.
Did we ever figure out?
I thought Neo had said that he had done something.
I am not sure, and he is on vacation, so I'm not
yeah, no. Should have made a note of that. I'm almost positive when he was in here fussing with our sheets and stuff, I thought he said that he had coded a long rest and a short rest somehow.
It's probably a way we had to like a command.
Yeah. Okay.
Shauku just does a short rest to get his wild shape slot back.
What's one of the bludgeoning ones? Okay.
Okay, so at this point, I guess Chowie is long rested, so she comes out of her room and into the common room and looks around for Seymour.
You find Seymour just kind of like lounging on one of the couches.
She tilts her head at him and says, "You hungry now?"
I could eat, yeah.
Chowie goes and digs through the food that he had shoved into the cold box before they left the dorm to go 400 years. And pulls out 2 patties. That Eyes the cat who ate all the cocoa bread. Starts to heat them up.
Poor thing.
Lucky creature. And so I'm just kind of sitting in the common room.
Easy enough.
staring.
And Kyrene, you are going to your brother's office, yeah?
Yeah. I like forget about the feathers because, like, let's be real, that's happened before. For a second, so I like I try to like stuff them in my shirt. Usually Kyrene's shirt is like super unbuttoned, but they kind of like button it up and try to just hide a little bit of it. And then
Oh
they
my
knock
God.
on the door.
You knock on the door, you hear, "Come in."
Yeah, they step in, kind of wave. Hey there.
And you sent Fern a note, right? Just detailing what you'd be doing.
What we did was send Kaz a note and told her to let Professor Fern know.
Right. And so as he kind of looks at you, you can't really read his expression, He's just kind of staring at you. Welcome back.
I assume you spoke with Cass.
I did.
Yeah. What did she say?
Why don't you tell me what happened, and I'll cross-reference with what Caslin told me.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Kyrene gets annoyed for a second because they're like, okay, come on. I'm still here. We're fine. I'm fine. Things are fine. And they pull up like the chair in front of his desk. I wish I could have come to you in person before I left, but I had to go. We used this invitation, and then they tell everything that has happened, like about the invitation, about Seymour, Serenity, the amalgamation that they saw, the classrooms, all of it.
He kind of listens quietly, doesn't interrupt, doesn't say anything. You understand you could have died, right?
But I didn't.
You say you had to go. Why did you have to go?
Because these students, this isn't right.
You didn't know about the students before you went. Why did you have to go?
I wanted to know what happened to Micaiah.
Why did you go without telling me first?
I sent a note. I sent a person.
Why did you go without asking me for help?
Ooh.
Kyrene just kind of looks.
They've been kind of like writing on papers this entire time, and they stop and they place the quill into the inkwell, kind of fold their fingers and meet your eyes for the first time this entire conversation. Kyrene, you could have died, and there would have been nothing I could do. I understand your urge to help people. These students have allegedly been there for 400 years. 5 minutes to get an adult is not going to hurt them.
Kyrene is kind of struggling because they know that Fern is right, but they hate it. They hate it so much.
I didn't tell Professor Hillard because I trusted you, because I trust you to act mature. If you are going to put yourself in danger as recklessly as that, I want to trust you, Kyrene. I'm trying my best to not see you as my little sister and see you as an adult. If you put yourself in danger like that again, I'm pulling the plug on literally all of this. I'm getting Hillard, I'm getting everyone involved I can. I'm involving Mom.
Are you serious right now?
Shut the fuck up, you almost died.
Get the fuck... Mom of all people, though? Seriously? Fine, okay. Fuck, I get it, okay.
Okay.
Kyrene stands up and starts heading towards the door.
Lay low for a few days. I'll look into it.
All right. I don't want to just sit around not doing anything, though. Whoever did this should answer for it.
I agree. But make sure you're alive to help them answer for it, okay? And good job getting your friends out.
Yeah, thanks. Kyrene opens the door and leaves.
Alrighty. Would the rest of the party like to do anything with their day?
Can I... I think I'd want to write a letter to my mother.
Easy enough.
Yeah, I want to let her know that I've made friends, and that I successfully passed the quote-unquote initiation, and that I may have inherited her curious nature as far as figuring out where things went wrong.
Easy enough. You write that letter and send it off to the appropriate sort of mailing offices at Hillard. What's everyone else doing with their day?
Chowie spends most of her day just kind of quietly in her room with Seymour. She sharpens up her knives and then kind of sits and looks down on some paper on her desk. She takes a deep breath and she's like, well, she's probably about the main one who would care. And picks up a pen and starts writing. Dear Silent, so, you may have heard I was banished and sent to Hillard. And basically starts writing one of the most important people in her life a letter.
Shauku.
Shauku is just honest.
I add.
Yeah, go ahead, real quick, Shari. Sorry about that.
Can I add one more thing? Of
Absolutely.
course, this letter is written in a very specific form of the thieves' cant that only the Nachis know.
Wonderful. And then Shauku.
Shauku's having a hard time trying to relax. He's trying to connect the dots and having a tough time doing it. He's just on his balcony in his dorm room, just kind of looking out, having a smoke, and just trying to figure out what all this means. And that's pretty much what he's doing for the time being.
The party, for the most part, is left in contemplation of the day's events, of everything you've been through and what that means for the future. And though it will take time, you're alive. And you survived. Days pass. The rest of initiation week comes to a close, and eventually, in the days that come, in fact, probably maybe the day after, you send out your letters, Apollo and Chawi. The entire party receive letters of their own, except for Shauku. But it would appear that your family members and a few of your friends have decided to write to you, except for Shauku, who is alone.
You know what? You can't talk to my friend like that.
Bruh.
That's awful.
It's like that.
That is
It's like that.
harsh.
My poor boy.
But he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He's not alone. He has the power of friendship.
Right?
Power of friendship.
I'm gonna start writing Shauku letters. God damn it.
Right?
That's some
Kyrene, I
cool
will
shit.
show you your letter.
My God, he really sent us letters.
Oh my gosh. I'm so happy.
Of course. I will you that 1 second. Let's see. Apollo, I will get you your letter.
Oh,
Oh
this
my heart.
bitch.
Wait, what? Hold on. My.
And
Oh, there it is.
Chawi, I will DM you your letter.
Okay.
Ah.
What? All right, hold on a second.
I'm gonna have to go back and read y'all's later.
So yes, days pass. Initiation week draws to a close. Is there anything you all would like to do in the sort of 3 remaining days of just general downtime and chill time?
Can I find or send away for my pyro converter?
I will say you could send a letter, yes.
I do that.
Alrighty. The letter is sent out. It might take a few days to reach the desired people, and then a few days more to get back to you. Shall we? You okay with that?
Are you good?
Right?
Everything all right?
Oh my god. I haven't even finished yet. Chawi reads like about that much of the letter, and then looks at the 4 of y'all and just gets up and walks into her room.
Right.
That's
Kyrene kind of calls after Chawi, like, Chawi, Chawi, and then the door closes, and we're like, okay.
That's very un-Chawi like.
What items did I get?
So you got 2 scrolls of absorb elements.
Cool.
You hear
Yes.
gasping coming from Chawi's room periodically.
In those 4 days, could I have gotten those new arrows we were discussing?
Absolutely. We'll say that your parents also sent you a restock of arrows.
Yay! Another 20 arrows.
Shauku's just looking at everybody getting their nice things from their family.
Chawi cracks. Chawi, you hear her gasping and so forth, calm down a little bit in her room. And Chawi cracks open her door a little and says, Shauku?
Yes.
Can you come into my room for a minute, please?
Sure.
And Chawi looks at him very seriously. Just, please.
Okay. He does.
Alright. And Chawi is going to read the letter that she got to Shauku in the tiniest voice. Shauku, I'm about to DM the letter to you.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh my god. Sorry, you plot smoke, right? Oh my god, my chest hurts. Apple, you
I'm innocent,
are
so
Apple is innocent.
ridiculous.
Hashtag save
Oh
Apple.
my god, Apple.
innocent. So Shawi hands you this letter and translates for you, as the majority of it is written in Thieves' Camp. So it appears to be, for the most part, just a letter from one of Chawi's relatives.
Is Chowie gonna read it out loud?
That's up to Shauku.
I'm looking over it right now.
Also, Legend, you're one to talk about keeping secrets. Bat cave and a half out there. But no, Kyrene and Apollo, as you see Chowie gasp a bunch and then invite Shauku into their room. What are the two of you doing?
Kyrene pops the scrolls into their bag and just kind of tosses the letter like into their room and like closing their door. They look at Apollo. We actually have not spoken to Caslin, so I think I'm gonna go check on her.
Oh.
Do you want to come with me?
And Apollo just kind of like does like this silly little points at himself gesture. Do you want me to be your wingman? Okay.
Nope, that's not what I asked. Nope. Let's hold on. Before we leave the dorm, let's clarify things. You are not my wingman.
He's like straightening up his cuffs, but I've got these smooth jokes already. Why did the chicken cross the road?
No.
Why?
To get to the other side.
Oh. Kyrene, Kyrene is usually smiling, but Kyrene is just like straight face.
Okay, I see that my jokes, and like you see him tap this little flashcard thing and like tuck it into his sleeve. I see my jokes need work.
D4 psychic damage.
Did you get anything interesting in the mail?
I wouldn't. I mean, useful. My mom sent me some scrolls and an interesting letter.
Ah, I see.
How about you?
My mother sent me some health potions and a resupply of these custom-made arrows that I wanted. So,
nice.
Yeah, that's...
Do you and your mom get along?
Oh, very much so. My mom has always rooted for me at all of my showings, and for the most part, my father, and like he kind of slows down. He's been there.
My mom's around too.
Nah.
All three of two of my parents are. My other parent is pretty cool. Anyways.
Oh, yes, on to Caslin's room. I promise I won't mess anything up for you.
I swear if you do, I'm going to teleport you away.
He does like that zipping the lips and throwing away the the lock.
Yeah, we go down the hall.
Make your way over to Caslin's room. Give a knock. There is a few minutes before the door opens. Oh, thank God, you're not dead. Awesome.
No, we're good. Thank you so much for, telling my brother what was going on. I really appreciate that.
Oh yeah, sure. I got out of the room before he kind of did like a quiet, like mad thing. I got out before he really reacted right after that. Was he okay? Have you talked to him yet?
Kyrene like kind of smacks their lips like, yeah, we talked. It was, I mean, he wasn't wrong, but it's complicated, but yeah, we talked. It's
the
fine.
annoying kind of right, not the fun kind of right.
Yeah, like he's a dick about it, and I fucking hate that. And he talks just like mom. Like, why do you have to sound like mom?
Yeah.
So fucking annoying. But anyways, yeah, we're live. Just wanted to check on you, see if.
Okay, I'm glad. Thank you for checking in.
So while we're here,
like,
have you had lunch?
Your voice raises. No, I have not had lunch.
Wanna go eat with me and Apollo?
Just kind of like looks at Apollo. Sure, yeah, you and Apollo.
Apollo can get lost if need be.
I Wait, hold on. Was this part of the plan? I mean, yes, I suddenly have to go water my rock. I mean, water my fish. I mean, you know, I'm just gonna go. And he just kind of awkwardly and robotically walks away.
Bye. So lunch.
So, yeah, let's. Yeah.
As the two of you walk off, we will cut back briefly to Shauku and Shawi.
Okay, so Shawi invites Shauku into her room. She says, I've only known you for barely a week, but trust you, and I think that we are a good team together. So couldn't possibly do this without letting you know. But I wanted to give you the option of whether or not to tell the rest what's going on. She holds up a letter, the letter that she got in her hand, and said, apparently, even though I've been banished, I'm still a Nachis. This letter is from the Spirally Queen. She clears her throat. Chawi, it would seem your luck hasn't quite run out yet, since it would seem that your position at Hillard University has placed you in a unique position to fulfill a contract that we have recently received. This contract is an individual by the name of Shauku, who, according to our client, is a member of your party. Our client has offered a substantial sum of money and intel in exchange for keeping Shauku safe from harm and focused on improving his druidic abilities. I would recommend taking this job seriously, since the promise for the first year of successful service is the location of Olamina's secret library. Enclosed are some tools for both you and Shauku to increase your likelihood of success. Included in the letter, and Shawi holds up a potion of fire breathing and a vial of alchemist fire, hands the potion of fire breathing to Shauku, and just looks at him.
What?
What the fuck?
We're not there, Kyrene. We're not there.
Oh, you're right. I'll have a black bean burger.
I'm a
Shawi,
you have a contract to protect me?
apparently. And the race, do you know about Olamina's secret library?
I don't know. Can I roll a history check for that, or what I know that?
Yeah, roll me a history check.
Sorry, 1 second. My screen closed.
All good.
Holy fucking shit.
You have never heard of it before in your entire life, Shauku, no.
No, I don't. What is this? What's the library?
About 700 to 500 years ago. The exact date is questionable because it's always been considered mythical. There was an amazing artificer in the world named Olamina. She somehow managed to live for, most people agree, centuries, creating some sort of life-extending elixir as an incredibly powerful artificer. According to the legend, Olamina's secret library not only contains a copy of every spell, every device, every piece of magic or crafting or trickery ever created, it also contains a perfect duplicate of every creation she ever made. It's been lost for centuries. It's one of my own personal passions to find it. It is worthless beyond compare.
Oh shit. So the deal is you keep me safe and you get that.
Yes. So I get the location to it. That's just the first step. But no one knows where it is. It's been hidden for centuries. For many, many years until, like I said, it's my special interest. Most people weren't even certain that it was actually a real place. Kind of
That
touches
sounds
the
pretty
letter.
incredible.
Yeah.
Well,
With all due respect, whether you want me to or not, I'm entering into this contract. I just wanted to let you know.
well, I mean, I think we've been doing well by keeping safe so far, so that part should be easy.
Charlie gives
Um,
him a patented side eye TM, like flawless.
what? I mean, we've been doing all right, right? Like,
We have been doing all right in staying alive. We have not been doing okay, keeping safe. And Jin and Chawi kind of looks at Shauku and friends and says, but I'm sure as we learn more, we'll manage to stay safe.
well, you're not gonna be trying to keep me from, you know.
Chawi looks at Shauku. It's like, dude, I saw you turn into a giant red ape, 5'2", and maybe 120 pounds soaking wet. No. I'm not going to poison you. I'm not going to put sleeping powders in your drink. I'm not going to put you in handcuffs and shove you into my closet. No.
Okay, okay. So then, how do we proceed? Just stay out of trouble? I mean,
I actually suggest, if you're okay with it, tell our party. Guarantee you, if we can find Olamina's secret library, there are treasures in there that will thrill, overwhelm, and satisfy all of us.
well, that I'm definitely interested in. I mean, if all I gotta do is quote unquote stay safe for
Let's
it
just
said a year. It said a year of service,
first year. Yep.
first year. I mean that should be easy enough. I mean, how would that work considering all these things we've been uncovering though? Like,
We'll
trouble
just
is
have
gonna
to
find
get
us.
trouble is gonna find us. We'll just have to get better and smarter at beating it. Chawi's eyes suddenly starts to sparkle. Aku, you know that pyro converter that you want? Lamita created the original. It's much smaller and much more powerful.
So now you have my attention.
And she's like, and that's just one of the incredible devices that she created over hundreds of years. Abby hops up like excited, like, oh my God, real. And like dashes to her door and then stops to turn and look at Shauku. So tell them we do better.
Yeah, let's make sure they know, and so we're all on the same page, and this is something we can all benefit from. And then let's just take more careful steps going forward.
Shawi kind of grins and opens the door and skips out to see who's still in the common room.
Where's Apollo?
Apollo has gone to the simulations to go practice his archery skills.
Alrighty. Apollo, you head over towards the simulations, towards the archery setup, and there's a few students already there, just kind of shooting at these sort of holographic illusory targets. And one of them you see is Rivulet.
Apollo, upon seeing her, turns around and starts walking away.
Oh shit.
Roll me a stealth check, Apollo.
Just get that nat 1 real quick.
Nat 20, nat 20.
20.
12.
Polly, there you are.
God damn it.
Did you call him Polly?
Yes.
Heavens
Oh
above,
my
please
god.
help me. Give me strength. Hello.
How you doing? You here to practice? You certainly need it.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I've been missing a lot lately. He says,
Oh
recalling
no.
his bowstring snapping and then missing at point blank range. Practice makes perfect, or as my dad likes to say, perfect practice makes perfect, so.
Well, Dad's never wrong, so.
Yeah. Dad's never wrong.
Well, don't let me stop you. Let me see what you got.
Oh god,
She kind of
no.
gestures towards the target.
Okay. Apollo takes a deep breath in, and with his bow, he stands tall, arms stretched, cheek to the feather, taking a deep breath. And he releases the arrow.
Roll an attack, Apollo.
Yes!
There you go.
Apollo, you strike the bullseye. Dead center. Not bad, not bad. You see Riv also sort of square up with their bow. Speaking of, I've been meaning to ask you something.
His eyes just do not leave the target.
She strikes the bullseye on her target as well. I was wondering if I could have your silver medal.
Bitch.
Like, he actually looks at her, and now why exactly would you want that?
It's pretty simple, actually. I hit your arrows. I deserved your medal.
Ah, I see. So, let me get this straight. You have a gold medal.
Not anymore.
What do you mean, not anymore? You won, correct?
And at that, she looses an arrow, and it goes wide, misses the target completely. Kind of sighs. I stole it.
What?
She
To pay for my father's resurrection fees. And she meets your eyes.
Shit.
I'm sorry, come again? Your father? Your father's resurrection fees?
Yes. Rushed Robin's egg. Ring any bells?
Can Apollo do a history check?
Roll me a history check, yeah.
What is going on?
You remember your father mentioning an old party mate that makes me crush.
What happened to him? I thought he was a part of my father's party.
She kind of scoffs at that and takes aim once again. It strikes the bullseye. He was. Then he died. And again gives you a pointed look.
Apollo feels like uncomfortable. As far as his father has told him, they've never lost a battle until he retired. His father didn't take L's. He didn't lose any party members or anything like that. He didn't mention anything like that. So there is visible confusion on his face as she's saying this. That can't be true. My father would never let that happen. He would never allow for a party mate to just die. He's indomitable.
She notches another arrow. Your father's the one who killed him.
Apollo rears back like as if a vampire hitting the sun. No, that can't be. Father would never do that. He would never attack another party member.
She looses the arrow and it strikes your target. Hits your arrow to splinters. Your father is one of the worst people on the face of Demi. And you want to be just like him. What does that say about you?
And as she's saying this, Apollo just kind of looks at his hands, and for some reason, there's like... he just sees blood on his hands. No, I'm nothing like my father. And he's like clenching, he clenches his fists really hard, so hard that his nails dig into his palms and he starts to bleed. I'm nothing like my father.
Oh, believe me, no one knows that better than me, except for him, but that doesn't mean you're not trying. I mean, you're here because of him. You took up archery because of him. You're trying to excel at everything just like him, like a little parrot. Isn't that right, Polly?
No, stop! I'm doing archery because I want to. I came to Hillard because I wanted to. I chose these things, not him. And he looks so confused. I chose this, right? This is my path. I chose this path.
You're a really bad liar. And she drops her bow and walks out of the training room.
Apollo just...
So, Kyrie, why are you going for lunch?
I am like... I got tears in my eyes. That was nuts. Fuck, what was the question? I'm so sorry.
Where are you going for lunch?
I have whiplash. I guess I look at Kaz, and I'm like, so I could cook us something? Or we could go wherever.
I mean, you know where the dining halls are. What are you in the mood to eat?
Yeah. Isn't don't they? Isn't there like 3 dining halls, and one of them you can cook in, one of them has like food from everywhere, and then I forget what the last one was.
The hall destination is specific orders for specific things. We'd probably have to call in the night before, or we can just try and see what very, very specific things they have.
Okay, that actually sounds fun. Let's see what very specific things they have.
Okay, yeah. This way.
Yeah, that they
And
kind of walk side by side with Kaz, and then they take a look at the owl. I mean, sorry, the crow or raven.
the
And
crow's been like making eye contact with you this entire time. Caslin's been like signing, and the crow's been speaking, and Caslin has not been making eye contact with you at all throughout this entire conversation.
Wait, is Caslin macking with the owl?
I think it's more of like a translator type situation. Oh, never mind. That just registered in my head. Never mind. I think Kyrene looks at the bird and says, "So, does your bird have a name? I feel like you told us before, but I can't remember right now."
Have I not told you its name before?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Feels perfect. Its name is Kaz.
Ah.
But with a K.
That's so cute. I absolutely love that.
Thanks.
So, what has your time at Hillard been like? Are you enjoying the school?
As you kind of like arrive in the dining hall, there's a lot fewer people here than like the sort of main College of Odyssey dining hall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you kind of talk, I've been here 4 years. I'm enjoying it so far. It's bright, brighter than home, but yeah, it's different, and different is nice.
Kyrene nods and can completely understand them. I like it, and you're right, it is different. I'd be lying if I said I did miss the forest and like the smell of the grass back home, though.
They kind of like nod. So you haven't told me much about your home.
Kyrene thinks about it for a bit.
Was that weird to ask? I'm sorry.
No. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, home. And they're thinking and trying to think of where to start. Well, you know Fern, that's my brother. He's a professor here. He cares a lot.
He does. He kind of asked me specifically to take care of your party, that sort of thing.
I'm sorry about that. You shouldn't feel responsible for us. We make our own decisions. I'm really sorry about that.
I mean, it's kind of what the prefects sign up for, and honestly, it's nothing compared to what the professors have to deal with, so, meh.
Yeah, they kind of remember showing up in Fern's office with a dead body, and they're like, yeah, the professors, I'm sure they have a lot on their plate. Well, yeah, so there's Fern, and Fern is my big brother. There's Aster, who is my big sister. Fern and Aster are twins, and Aster is really sweet. She's really nice. She's an author. My parents, 2 of my parents are researchers, and my other parent is an artist, and volunteers, back in the community as a daycare teacher sometimes. This may be like kind of heavy, I guess, but I mean, honestly, I'm not able to really connect or understand my family. So there's a bit of and Kyrie kind of wiggles like their hand. Like there's kind of a weird relationship going on. But they're family, and I do love them.
Yeah, families like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Kyrene looks around for anything else to talk about. They look like towards where the food is.
So what clubs are you thinking of joining?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna join all 3 of the botany clubs.
Four.
There's 4, right? I'm gonna join all 4, because why not? And I'm not sure. I'd like to join some kind of, I guess, like theater club.
Yeah, there's a theater club.
Yeah, I think I'd like to do that. I feel like that'd be too much on my plate, so maybe I should just settle for one club at a time. Are you in any clubs right now besides student
No,
government?
I kind of focus on my studies. I've kind of been interested in like stage crew and things like that. So like lighting, pyrotechnic, stuff like that.
That's really cool. I would love. I don't really want to like be in like on the front stage, but kind of just helping with like the decoration and things like that. I would love to do
Yeah,
that.
that's stage crew.
Yeah.
We could, I mean, if you wanted to like join it together, we could like test it out and see.
Kyrene grins. That sounds like fun. Let's definitely do that.
Cool.
Very cool. Kyrene's like flowers on their headband start to bloom more.
And yeah, as we cut away from our east, very, very different scenes of all this happening between our party members. Apollo, everyone, like literally everyone in like training in the arts room kind of heard that Rivulet was not being subtle at all, so they're just kind of like staring at you.
Yeah, no, Apollo would very quickly, after she leaves, he's gonna quickly retreat back to his room.
Yeah. And then Kyrene, after a silently awkward lunch where you're eating like these very for homemade dishes of like soups where you're not exactly sure what the fuck is in them, and like stews and like various meats that are not labeled and just like ordered like the names of orders. The sort of lunch comes to a close, and I guess, all right, I should probably get back to student government. This was fun. I'll see you in stage crew at some point probably, and like maybe before that. And yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Have fun at student government? I don't like, is that fun? I don't know. Have fun.
Yep. And they will walk away. Tell Apollo thank you, by the way, and they will just leave.
You know what? I should get Apollo a snack. Can I take something out the dining area, like for Apollo,
You
like a dessert
absolutely
or
do. You
something?
take what appears to be like a sugar crystal, but it's sort of like looking like an amethyst, so it's like shaded purple.
Perfect.
Pretty.
Yeah, eventually you allow you to find your way back in the room, and you sort of go into that sort of loose, flowing downtime of the few days before classes.
And shall we
We're
tell them about the letter and the mission and all that stuff?
Yeah. So Kyrene and Apollo, you are filled in that Chawi has been contracted by organization, the Nachis, to protect Shauku, hired by some mysterious client, identity unknown, to keep Shauku safe and improve his druidic abilities. With the promise of a... Kyrene, roll a history check with advantage. And Apollo, you can also roll a history check.
wow.
Apollo, you have heard of the secret library of Alamine. It's Alamina, sorry. It's mythical.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be doing that.
I suppose my mom wouldn't have given me any information on it then.
No.
Yeah.
Kyrene, you swear you've seen that name before in your parents' research notes, just offhandedly.
What?
Shawi, like her entire being is aglow. Like if you thought she was happy when Seymour jumped on her shoulder, this is nothing compared to that. She's quivering with excitement and joy.
Kyrene is looking like they're trying to think about something really, really hard. They're like they got their, their chin in the palm of their hands. They're like leaning over, their eyes shut really tight. Like, where have I heard that before? Where have I seen it? But like in relation to what? Just really trying to think about it.
But yeah, the steady trickle of time continues onwards, and as the week draws to a close, it is.
Did we get our adventuring licenses?
You have not yet.
Oh, dang. Did Oz finish?
He
Right?
has
Yes.
not yet. There are still just the geyser still shows Oz. The wolf looks battered and beaten. Oz looks exhausted. They're still in their standoff.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Austin. For Austin.
Yeah, and the first day of classes is upon you all. It is you all have a similar class at the very earliest hours of the morning, like 7 a.m. It is read as Professor Eok's history class. So,
oh my God.
Can you put the name in chat, please?
Of course.
Thank you.
It is early, whatever the fantasy equivalent of Monday morning is.
Kyrene is not like a morning person, but
How is just the general party reacting to having to wake up this early?
Shawi doesn't particularly care. She's like, as long as I can get some sleep at some point, it doesn't really matter.
Kyrene just like snuggling like a mug of tea.
Apollo has been up like since like 5:45 working out and is ready for his first day of school.
And Shauku?
Is he back yet?
Might not be.
I don't think he's back.
I will assume Shauku is chill as fuck as always.
Not naturally.
Mm-hmm. But yes, you all make your way over, navigating by map to Professor Eok's history class. I do not have art, and so I have created another artistic rendition of it. So I can claim as my own.
Oh boy. Oh, I thought you meant
we get another
art of a teacher.
Get another custom apple art.
Class.
Yeah.
Lovely class.
I love it.
It is a massive lecture hall.
This nerd sitting at the front.
Oh yeah, where do you guys sit? I just put you at the front because, you're the main characters of this campaign, so. Carrying you sort of towards the middle of the lecture hall. You see just a bunch of students looking exhausted and tired and not happy to be here. Except for nerds that are sitting at the front.
Who the hell has class at 7 a.m.?
Most sensible people. We have other things too, such as homework, projects, clubs.
Apollo, are you gonna be one of those you didn't ask us to turn in the homework kind of people?
Oh no.
Okay, good.
I know better than that. My mom did teach me some cool kid etiquette, so.
Cool kid etiquette?
And he opens his bag and it's like full
one of the students like leans over, like a half up that's like sitting next to you. Saying your mom taught you cool kid etiquette it goes against cool kid etiquette. It's like a paradox.
All right. Wise guy. And he pulls out like a piece of gum for them. You want some gum?
Oh shit. Yeah, I'll take some gum. I take it back. You're cool. Maybe like just eat the gum.
He like
Kyrene.
he whips. Apollo pulls out the sunglasses that his mom gave him, puts them on, and gives them the finger guns.
Take them off and put them back.
And
Put them away.
Kyrene, he realizes he's indoors and can't see, and then puts them away.
You absolutely can see. Fuck you. You have dark vision.
Oh,
dark
yeah.
vision.
That is true.
You can see perfectly, better than most.
These are prescription sunglasses.
Oh my god.
Chawi, are you up towards the front for any particular reason?
Shawi loves learning. Shawi loves information. She loves knowledge. She's super excited and happy. Classes start.
Is that the
Shawi.
Is that the teacher's desk?
You were
the
absolutely
green thing.
Nope, that's a chalkboard. You're just standing at the teacher's desk right now.
Okay. Here.
I assume it's not what you meant to do in character, so
No,
I'll let
not
it
at
slide
all.
this one.
Sorry. Yeah, no. I thought, you know how some lecture halls have like benches that are on the same level?
Absolutely.
That's what I thought that was. So Chawi is like super excited. She opens up her Hillard bag of holding and pulls out like 3 different notebooks and a whole bunch of differently colored pens and like neatly arranges them in front of her. She's so happy. History tells you where all the good shit's buried. Mm?
And Shauku, where are you sitting? Close to the front, close to the back, dead center? Where are you at?
He's probably going to stay to the back.
Easy enough. Right.
Chawi just kind of glances over her shoulder to be sure that she knows exactly where Apollo is sitting and then turns her focus back to the front.
Apollo's also at the front, though, because, you know, he is aiming to be valedictorian, so he's...
Yeah. And Shauku, she looks to see where Shauku is sitting.
He kind of assures her, okay.
The bell rings, and you see, kind of walking into the class is an Aarakocra, mask presenting. They are wearing just a very standard Hillard sweater vest, just Hillard colors, slacks, nice shoes. You can see their wings are sort of folded around them like a blanket / cloak, and they are like hunched over and cradling tightly in their hands just a cup of coffee as this hawk person just kind of like walks up towards the center of class and regards all of you. Hello, good morning, class. My name is Dr. Iok, and I am your professor of Demian history. Just kind of starts like writing. Writes his name on the board, as professors do. Right, there's a lot to cover. I have no patience for stupidity, and you all received the magic envelope telling you what special the children you are, so this class is one of many classes that will put that to the test, yes? Yeah, he starts not, yes?
Yes, Professor.
Yes,
It's
Professor.
too early.
Sure.
Right, as such, the bottom 50th percentile of students will receive an automatic 0 in the participation grade, which accounts for 50% of your final grade. So, look to your left, please. And now look to your right. And please make sure it is those people, and not you. Any questions?
Damn.
Kyrene just
Wow.
drinks the tea like, woosah. It's so early.
Chawi just kind of sips on her coffee and glances at the folks on either side. And Apollo is like directly across from her,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So she glances at Apollo and kind of gives a head tilt like, we got this.
He just
Right.
simply nods.
Then without further ado, let's talk history. All right, for starters, can any of you tell me the significance of history as a field of study? Why, in an also wondrous adventuring academy, would boring old world history be a mandatory class? Anyone?
Apollo
Do we
raises
need
his
to like
hand.
roll a history check?
Oh,
Apollo, you raise your hand. Perfect. Dr. Yak kind of points towards you.
he's not sure if he should stand up, so he does kind of like this half standing, half crouching thing.
What are you doing? Why are you squawking?
I wasn't sure if he wanted me to stand up, and he just stands. I believe that history is a noble profession simply due to the fact that it teaches us what not to do in the future, as history does often repeat itself, and that can be with with the proper study can be avoided.
You see Dr. Yak kind of like sip their coffee, and there's a long silence. Okay, you're exactly half right, but better professors than me have worked with less, so let's run with it. History is significant because it teaches us what not to do in the future, as you said. Yes, Mr. Kind of checks his sheet. Prophet.
Yes, sir.
Right, so let's run with that. Even the great Zacchaeus Hillard acknowledges the importance of history, so much so that he teaches it right down the hall over there. He kind of points, and you see like a few of the students sort of like look in that direction.
Irene
Right.
looks.
Now, I've been teaching for about 11 years, and it is my understanding that there is a general consensus among students, and you see Dr. Yak's shoulders kind of hunched. A general consensus among students that 2,000 years of being alive has given Dr. Hillard a sizable advantage over the other history professors. This consensus is stupid and wrong, and I expect better of my class. So I invite any of you to explain to me why having the immortal son of the class's founder might be a terrible choice for a history teacher, besides nepotism.
Howie raises her hand.
Points to you, Chower.
Because his own experiences and understanding of the world as he lived through it is going to color his teaching of history. At least if you didn't live through it and you're learning it from books, you have a wide variety of perspectives to pull from, get a fuller understanding of what truly happened.
I think I might like you. Shall we? Yes?
Yes.
Right. Can anyone elaborate on that? Kind of looks around. All right. Charlie's already done most of the legwork, so I shall do my job, I suppose. So, he starts again, writing on the board. History and immortality already have a very delicate relationship. I'm sure half of you have heard the term history is written by the victors, and I'm sure most of you even know the name of the school, so you can take a pretty good guess at who the victors are in this scenario. And you see Dr. Ear kind of like side eye and give a glare at the Hillard sigil that's above the door. Dr. Hillard's involvement in the study of history renders it vulnerable to bias, and his involvement in the teaching of it risks the prevention of the point of history in the first place, which, if Apollo Prophet can remind us, is
to study from our mistakes and make better of the future.
Yes, which is what we refer to in the field of history as chronological reasoning. It's our ability to look at the past and see how it affects the present and eventually the future. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Right. But the other half of teaching history is what is called chronological empathy, which is equally as difficult. You are adventurers. These books are the books that many of you will be hopefully written in one day. But reading them, learning about them, is an exercise of chronological empathy, about caring about lives they didn't live, societal norms that you didn't have to adhere to, and cultural struggles that you did not have to overcome. As Chawi has stated before, Dr. Hillard, his experiences are experiences. They are not history and are thus subject to a bias that can taint the chronological empathy associated with teaching history. It's like, how to put it, having a pig teach you about veganism?
Damn. Probably
The
kind of snorts and covers her mouth.
Apollo's like
audibly laughs.
Apollo's already like furiously scribbling notes.
Right. So yes, we all understand why Dr. Security Tilt is a bad history teacher. Yes, all of us.
Noted.
I can
Nod.
understand.
Then we may get started with the class. And he begins breaking down the history of Demi, the world around you, how it was previously known as a sort of liminal space in the plains. But with the founding and the discovery of the weave of magic, Demi became a place of congruence and of destination and the birthplace of what many have come to know as arcane magic. For a more detailed history of Demi, you can check the first Class A Hillard U video. It's around like 27 minutes in, like 27 and a half minutes in, where Neo goes into the full spiel of the history of Demi, but I will not actually make all of you sit through a fucking history class with me. So,
No, I was enjoying myself. History is my favorite subject. No.
Mine too.
no, he kind of goes in towards the history and towards the back end of class. Now, homework will be assigned weekly, and the extra credits will be available to those students who are at the bottom percentile who do not wish to fail this class, and kind of like looks towards the back of the classroom.
Apollo snaps his fingers, upset.
Yes, Mr. Prophet, is there something I can help you with?
Oh, no, nothing, sir. I was just hoping that the extra credit could be awarded to those who are overachievers.
It is available to all, but those who will need it are probably the, looks at the back of the class again, underachievers.
Thank you, sir.
Of course, Mr. Prophet. Right. Now getting into this semester's group project. He starts writing on board. Now, can anyone tell me what the purpose of university is?
Kyrene raises their hand to gain more knowledge.
Yes, Miss S&M, to gain more knowledge. Can anyone elaborate a little bit further on that?
Kyrene shrugs like, hey, I tried.
Wouldn't it be to sharpen your skills in order to have a successful career?
That is what Kyrene said, but more words. University in its original form, the history of university as it is. If we look at the word, yes, etymology, it is supposed to exist as a microcosm of our universe. The classroom you are in now, the halls you are in now, the engagements in the society you are in now is supposed to prepare you for the much, much bigger world that is not a demiplane sequestered away from all the laws of the natural world. But the university is supposed to encompass the universe. This is a tutorial, if you will, of how you are going to live the rest of your life. Now,
sorry, but well, I mean, our life after here could change and be completely different. Is it really?
That is an oversight in university, yes, but nothing is perfect. May I ask what you are here for, Ms. S&M? What is your purpose at this university?
Kyrene kind of shrugs weakly.
Everyone is looking at you.
Oh, you know. Hey. Kyrene kind of shrugs one shoulder weakly, and they're a bit honest. They say, honestly, I'm not quite sure, but I hope to learn while I'm here. Figure
Inspiring.
out where I want to go and what I want to do.
Very inspiring. Right, this group project will be taking the subject of history, the art of investigating time and its effect on the present, and condensing it into the microcosm of the university. I would like each of you to split yourselves up into groups. I can make mandatory groups if you like, but I would like each of you to split yourselves up into groups and investigate a part of Hillard, its history, its halls, not the history that could be found in easy books or the bottom shelf of wherever the library is this morning.
Can we and Chawi just side eye each other?
Yes, absolutely.
He knows. Starts raising rapier.
But a piece of history that will not be told by the victors, a piece of history that administration, and he again kind of looks down the hall, would not necessarily approve of. This is, at its heart, history, uncovering what is not meant to be uncovered, finding what is not meant to be found, and seeing how the past affects where we are now.
Karine kind of gets excited thinking about class 12-1-17, and then they remember the fucking amalgamation, and then the talk with Fern, and they relax. They're like, fuck, like that happened.
And shall we raise her hand?
He kind of points towards you.
Professor, what kind of outside assistance can we get for this project?
What sort of outside assistance are you looking for?
Well, I have a family with a long history and deep memories. I could ask them, as well as any other in-person resources that we might be able to access to assist us.
I would say within reason, you are allowed to access those resources. Verbal testimonies, as well as assistance in researching history, is a part of historical research and things like that. So I see no reason why not.
Thank you. And she sits back, and Kyrene is sitting behind her. But she kind of just glances a tiny bit over her shoulder at Kyrene and catches Kyrene's eye.
Now, obviously.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You guys are exchanging these glances.
No, I was gonna say, we just made eye contact. That's all. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I have been tasked with a group project of investigating Hillard. This will be 60% of your midterm grade. In the investigation of Hillard, it is frequent and likely that a few of you may come across conflicts in the accessibility of research and the predetermined rules of the university. If administration were to hinder your research in any way, please refer them to me, and I will happily sort things out.
Really?
Chowie's eyes just widen slightly.
Yes, I can do whatever the fuck I want, Miss Austin, in my tenure.
I fucking love this professor.
Love him. Love
Nice.
him. Okay. Should we move into our group? Like, do we need to move, or are we just...
Yes, you may. And as he is in the middle of answering your question, Chawi, there is a massive explosion outside the classroom window. And then another, and you see his eyes sort of snap towards the window, and he reaches under his desk and sort of pulls out a mace. You can see students sort of like looking and sort of turning their heads. There is a series of just these loud bangs going off directly in the campus green courtyard. I would like everyone to roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, I thought he was about to say initiative.
For the first time, Shauku's actually paying attention.
Oh, shit.
So is Charlie.
Right.
Good evening.
Yeah, so is Apollo.
Shauku, you try and get a good look, but there are students like directly in your way, like all like craning their necks to get through the window. Everyone else, you see directly in the sky as red as blood. Fireworks. Fireworks just kind of going off in the campus green, just saying, "Welcome, freshmen!
Wow.
Congratulations, freshmen! Good job, freshmen!" As appearing in the courtyard, finishing and concluding the examination, you see a familiar half-orc, bags in tow, looking confused as fuck. Like all the fireworks going off.
Apollo.
They made it!
Apollo
I'm so
gives
happy.
like the biggest smile. Can he like he can with that nat 20? Can Apollo see if he's carrying the axe?
You absolutely see, like clutched at his hip, like holstered, is your axe, Apollo.
My man. Let's
Yes! Shauku straight up starts clapping in the middle of the classroom.
Yeah, Kyrene tears.
You are the only ones who are cheering. The other class just kind of look at you weirdly.
Apollo gives like a salute.
Right?
Shauku rolls his eyes and goes back to dueling.
All right, yes, very fun. The examinations are over, but I'm here assigning you homework now. And so the class continues, and homework is assigned, various things are happening, and class draws to a close. Your first history class, your first group project is assigned. I'm not going to make you sit through an entire fucking history lecture, but yeah. As the bell rings and you were sort of like all ushered out into the hall.
I meet up with the rest of the party, and so I look at Kyrene. You know, he basically just said that Fern can help us, which means we can still do it and not get in trouble.
Yeah, you're definitely right. I can talk to Fern, let him know what's up, see if I mean, can Kyrie look around to see if like anybody is listening to them?
The students seem like preoccupied like finding their groups.
Mhm.
A lot of them are like pre-established parties, so they're all like talking about what they're trying to research, and a few of them, they do not seem interested in you in the slightest. A few students are like giving Apollo like weird looks and like Shauku weird looks because they were like the teacher's pets throughout the entire class, and so that's kind of really it.
Oh fuck, Kyrene does not want to be associated with that type of vibe. But
Wow.
they
Wow.
Kyrene does not want to
Did they
be a
say that?
teacher's pet.
Bro, we're gonna
Did they
help you
say
with
that out
60% of
loud?
your grade.
I mean, you're not wrong. So no, Kyrene does not say that. They're gonna make up enough cool like for everybody. But Kyrene kind of says in a hushed tone, but do you even think that with Sakiris being involved, Dr. Professor Iok or Dr. Iok could even overcome him? I mean, yeah, they
I
spoke
think
real big shit about him, but I mean,
he leans forward and says, I think that if we suggest to Professor Eok that our history group project will expose something that might make Professor Hillard look bad, will move the entire tower to help us.
Can Apollo wave Shauku over so he can get in on this conversation?
Yeah, I was trying to move up. I can't move my token up, but yeah, he would have stepped up.
Bloop.
So it looks like we know what we're researching then, huh?
Yeah, we know what we're searching.
You see
Class
students sort of
12,
lining up and
1, 17.
you see students like lining up and like telling Dr. Eok the subject of their research.
Kyrene nods over there. Let's go ahead and hop in line.
All right.
All right.
Right. Eventually, the four of you come face to face with Dr. Eok. He's just kind of sitting in his chair, sipping his coffee, like writing down the subjects of each of the students. Yes, the four of you. What will be the subject of your research?
Probably kind of glances at everybody.
Actually, could we maybe talk about it privately with you?
Uh, sure, yes.
Okay, great.
Uh,
We can come
everyone
by after
get up.
class?
Yep, sure.
Oh,
After
okay,
class.
cool.
Yep. I mean,
Yeah.
it's after class now. Class is ending. Class is over. We're just
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
So we just kind of hang back and let the rest of the students
yeah.
in line go.
The rest of the students just kind of like fall off, and you are just sitting alone in the classroom with Dr. Iyak.
Kyrene looks at the group and I guess with their eyes and is like, all right, gonna spill the beans now. And they look at
And
Dr.
we all
Iyak.
nod at them.
Mhm.
It's just this hunched over hawk man watching you like a hawk.
Okay.
They look at Dr. Iyak and they say, we want to research class 12117.
And they kind of
Which,
blink. All right. They write it down. May I ask how you learned of this class?
Kyrene tells them of the owl
Mhm.
and the class number on the back of the owl. Kyrene does not share anything about the invitation or when they went to the classroom. I think all they share is the owl part, honestly.
Alrighty. Yeah.
Valid.
All right. Well, I am sure whatever you research will be very enlightening as to the history of Hillard's halls.
Well, honestly, maybe you could help us out because we've already reached a roadblock. We're trying to get our hands on a class roster. Do you know how we could go about doing that?
A class roster. Kind of think for a moment, and they're going to roll a history check.
Better have a plus 20 proficiency, all that smack he was talking about, Dr. Hillard.
Well, a class roster would be found in the university archives. There is, I'm afraid, for class 12117, the archives are a little ways, shall we say, off-site?
Yeah, we know. How can we get there safely?
Safely. Well, to get off-site, I would recommend potentially speaking with someone from class 12117 about that. You say they're in the forest. They might be a good
Oh no.
first point of research.
Oh no.
You mean you the fucking owl?
No. And Apollo steps up here, and he just kind of like whispers to Kyrene, "Remember, there are more of them out there than just the owl."
Ah,
But yes, I'm sure if you were to encounter one of these interesting creations, they would be more than happy, after a bit of persuasion, to inform you how to get to the old campus, or the off-site location, I should say.
Kyrene tilts their head at Dr. Eok, kind of like, like birds do. And like, what do you know about class 12117?
Everything. I'm a history teacher.
Can you enlighten us?
That would defeat the purpose of research, would it not?
Probably just kind of smirks a little at him saying that, takes a deep breath and turns to look at her group and says, well, there might be two other people a little closer by that we could ask.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of waves goodbye to the professor and starts to walk out the room.
Welcome to Hillard.
Charlie looks back over her shoulder and says,
Fucking Hillard.
And you gotta make your way out into the halls.
Well, it's been at least 10 days, so we should be able to talk to Micaiah again, right?
Has it been 10 days?
It has been, so you guys arrived at Hillard. It's been like 9 days, so like a few days from now.
Okay.
Did we ever
So then
determine? I'm sorry. Did we ever determine where that magic wall led to?
You
No.
determined that the magic wall, according to Seymour, was where class 12-117 would have been had this been the old campus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Or at least like the direction that class 12-117 would have been had this been the old campus.
I look
Gotcha.
at everyone and also say, and you know, we've been so busy, we never did try to talk to the eye.
And not just that. While we were at the old campus, we could have used the map to check to see where the class was.
Excuse me, Shauku
Shauku
and
kind
friends.
of grins at Apollo and says, "We were a little distracted."
This is true.
You hear like a voice calling out, Shauku and friends, hello? Hello?
Who?
Irene
Returns.
turns.
Oh my God,
Uh,
it's Austin,
You
isn't
see Oz just kind of
it?
rolling up his suitcases.
Oh, you don't know me like that.
Irene grins. You survived.
You made it
I'm glad to see
back.
you made it.
I'm glad you made it as well. I'll be honest, I didn't know if you would. I was a bit worried.
Ah,
You're so
you-
funny.
I see. You brought back my axe.
Yes, and he like unholstered it and handed you. Thank you for this.
I hope it treated you well.
Of course. And it was very useful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to. I don't think I actually got any of your names besides Shoku because Shoku introduced themselves and then I was like, don't tell me your names.
Ah, right.
I give him a big happy grin and say, "I guess I can give you my real name now that we're not in the forest, right?"
Oh, exactly. And I suppose I can give you mine. I don't give it to just anybody, so keep it on the DL. But you may refer to me in private, of course, as ostentatious. You may call me the Almighty Oz when we are in public.
Ostentatious.
I see you haven't changed very much.
Why would I?
I don't know. A
Why
week
would
out in
you
the woods
indeed?
against a wolf would be quite challenging for some people.
Oh,
Traumatizing, even.
It was a piece of cake, a quick spell here and there, and there I am.
Mm-hmm.
He was the last one to get here, so he doesn't know about the screens, does he?
They stopped.
Anywho, I wanted to apologize for lying to you earlier. I didn't mean to actually steal your kill there, but I was under the impression that the owl lady, who's apparently also a monster, was in need of some serious medical attention. And I decided that getting her back to campus as quickly as possible was probably the best thing to do. The quickest way to do that was to take the cheek of the monster. And then I figured, I would get the monster.
Yes. We understand, and there's no harm, no foul. He says with a wink.
Oh
But
my God.
Don't encourage
Oz, are you okay? That is all that matters to me right now. Are you
You're
well?
so sweet. Yes,
My name is
I'm quite
Apollo.
well.
And
Nice to meet you, Apollo. I'm Oz.
I say, my name's Chowie.
Nice to meet you, Chowie. I'm Oz.
Very impressed by your battles in the woods. No,
Why, thank you.
all of our battles were streamed on big screen TVs in the middle of the courtyard.
Oh, they were.
And Chowie just kind of looks at him. Yes, they were.
I don't suppose you caught mine then.
That wolf kind of
yes.
gave you a run for your money for a bit.
On a regular basis, for like the last week, you've been the only screen left, or however long it's been.
I came in last.
They didn't tell
Chowie
you?
kind of bites her lip.
I got here like a few minutes ago. Actually, I've been looking around for people. I assumed this was like orientation.
Kyrene hooks their arm with Oz's, and they're like, "Let's get some food in you. You poor thing. You should go eat. I'll show you where the dining hall is."
That sounds.
Can we get a hold of Caslin as well? Let her know that I would assume that he's part of our prefect, so.
Hurrine's flowers bloom.
So can we like take Oz to the dining halls and fill him in on everything he missed during orientation? Because you know he's hungry.
You guide Austin to the dining hall, and I think that's where we'll cut this session.
Right on.
Since we're creeping up on the 3-hour marks as the party finishes their first class at Hillard University.
Ooh.
So much happened.
So much happened. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for sitting by.
Great job, Apple.
Yes, amazing. As
traumatized
always.
us and gave us joy, and then traumatized us again and gave us more joy. This was redonkulous.
Genuinely had tears in my eyes, like for fucking Apollo.
Oh.
I was like, oh shit.
Tears in my eyes.
Listen,
I was like, oh my god.
I take my character method acting very seriously. I'm crying in real life to make sure you guys know that Apollo is crying in game. All right, so these tears I shed are for you, world.
Wow. Y'all are brilliant. Tawi, what the fuck? What the fuck is up with Olamina's secret library? What the hell is going on with that?
We'll discuss all this later. Have a magical day, all of you. And thank you for tuning in to Hillard U.
See you guys later in the next one.